Hello everyone, Minkey here with the second attempt at the next episode. Technically the next part of Gen 2 AEFE, but it's actually the next episode, because remember this one's going to be a separate episode. Today we're tackling map Mortar again. This time... Oh no, wait, no, it is another part, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry, no, it is another part, yeah. I just realised, because it's like gold and silver one part, and it's because it's different. It's different than normal, because, like I said, so far, this is the first time where I'm splitting it up into multiple parts, but it's not the usual 1, 2, 3, if you will. You know, 1 for the first game, 2 for the second game, 3 for the third. It's actually genuinely fully different. But yeah, this is the second attempt at recording this part. So, because I forgot to do my mic, forgot to turn it for the recording, which sadly matters. It's annoying, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's... I don't know. At least if anything, it means I can... I mean, you didn't miss much. It was only like, what, 6-7 minutes? And even then, it wasn't that much. Like, the only reasonable thing I've noticed that I can mention now, that because it might be RNG that I might not see this, is... there's like a low level gold bar, like level 13 or something. Like like a really low level, like 15 or something, you know, like an under leveled one, you know, where like they don't evolve until level 22 from Subat. But this one was like level 15, you know. But that's always interesting. It's always interesting to get like just oddly leveled Pokemon, if you will. Like that, because I mean it's I think it's always been the case where there's always something of a weird level in the Pokemon, if you will. Like, even if you don't go out your way to do it, because like there is in-game trades as well. In-game trades are a bit weird, because like there's always like, because they always give you the Pokemon at the same level that you give them, if you will. So, if they've got an evolved Pokemon, and they're asking for a Pokemon that can be under that level, then, obviously, you know, you can get that under that level, you know, so, like, in Generation 1, I'm pretty sure it's Generation 1, no, yeah, it definitely was, so in Generation 1, as well as the remakes, Leaf Green and Fire Red, you could get a level 3 Electrode, by just catching a level 3 Pikachu in Viridian City, Viridian Forest, and then evolving them with a Thunderstone. And then that would just count as the evolution for you. And then you get level 3 Electrode, and they don't have, Voltorb doesn't evolve until level 30, so you've got them at a 10th of the level, which is kind of funny, but it's what it is, I guess. Another thing I want to point out real quick, you know, because we're doing this now, is that this rock, this strength rock that's coming up, it did look a little weird, because on the map that I'm using, which I'll get into the map in a second, on the map that I'm using, it's got like 5 squares that it can fit between, if you will. In this case, it's actually got 4. So like, you see how like it's on the second slot, if you will. If it was here, it would be on the first slot, if you will, if that makes sense. Like, so like it's got 4 slots, right, that it can move on to. But it does work both ways. You can use strength on either side and it still unlocks for you. As opposed to half the time when these strength puzzles will just like say like, yeah, we work one way, but if you try and come in on the other side, you're going to be entirely blocked off, if you will. You know? So that's something. And then another thing I want to tackle or mention is that this map that I'm using, I couldn't really find a crystal one. I guess I didn't really look hard enough, to be honest. But I did find a gold and silver one, so that's the one I'm using. I probably should make a better one for crystal, to be fair, which I guess I'll do next time for the ASAP run. Because that's always nice to have just backup maps, just in case, because they're just always useful. You know, but in this case, like, I need to get a map for Crystal. And to be fair, I do have that guide book, so maybe I'll give that a check in a bit. But in this case, where am I going on? Where am I going? Where is... Okay, I found it. No, I haven't, because it's completely different, I think, in this area. I mean, if anything, this stuff is linked down below. Well, there's Wikipedia, right, which provides all 7 maps to map Mortar. For, at least in this case anyway, in Generation 2. And yes, there is 7 maps, weirdly enough. There's 4 floors, but 3 of them are different on Crystal. Hence why there's 7, because there's 4, because the first one, the first map, is, you know, the first room is the exact same on all 3 games, and then that's 3 times 2, if you will, which is 6. So, you know, in case math's a bit hard for you, you know, that kind of thing. Where am I? Yeah, I'm checking the map as well, by the way. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing that a lot. Oh yeah, that's another thing. So the escape room, I am going to try and pick all this up, because... What was that, 11? Oh, the moonstone. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's... Might as well. I'm going to get rid of something anyway. I taught Dig to Mew, to the second Mew, because I figured... Why not? Because sure, I've taught it to the third one, but I figured at this point I might as well just teach Dig to the second, and I'm going to do the same on Files on Gold and Silver as well, because there's really no point. You know, there's really no point of having Thief. I'm not really going to train these Mews or anything. I mean, I might in the future, in which case I probably will teach Dig, but. Oh, this guy. Wow, I've not thought about this guy in ages, man. Yeah, he looks for a guy called Hugh. What was that guy's name who gets for? I wasn't even paying attention to his name. He wasn't even looking for anyone, so... Or he didn't seem to say anyone, so I don't know, man. So this guy's name is Marcus. I'm still for someone else. I came to explore map Mortar, but I got separated from my partner. You run into a trainer who uses a seed road that knows waterfall. Okay, so that definitely wasn't Hugh then, the guy we just fought, the Nido King and Nido Queen guy. But yeah, this one, I don't know what I was gonna say. I guess, like, we need to... I mean, in this case, worst case scenario, I don't think it's going to be this different, to be honest. I thought it's just going to be, like, certain textures and whatnot that's going to be different, in all honesty. So, like, what I'm going to do then is... probably... I mean, I'll still try and get all the items, of course. I'll still go for Tyrogue, and I'll still get the Lapras in this part, obviously, right? But... what I'm gonna do is after this, maybe not right away. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll do this in a bit whenever I get a chance. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna buy a few repels. What I'm gonna do, oh yeah, Subat. Subat's pretty blue as well. I don't know if I said that in this recording or if I said it in the last one. But yeah, I'm not gonna do this straight away or anything. But I'm gonna look for like a map of the Crystal map Mortar. Prepare it for the AEFE run, which to be fair I'm going to have plenty of time to get that, because obviously, like, I'm not going to do the AEFE run for a while anyway. I'm not going to... I need to do AEFE Yellow, you know, and that's not going to be for a while anyway, so... You know... what else was there? I think there was something else I was going to say, but I can't even remember it now. Oh, So in this case, as you can see what I'm doing, if you will, or where I'm going, well, as you can't see, this door that we're coming up to is the is the far right door. It's the door that leads to what is it, Mahogany Town, which is pretty cool because you don't actually need any HMs to use this pathway. I mean, I guess you need flash, but that's it. Yeah, as you can see, we're on the other side, Mahogany Town. So there you go. It's that's really cool. So that's a nice little shortcut, if you will. Not shortcut, but you know what I mean. You can get there without surf, if you will. Which is going to be a pain when we get to the AEFE run of this game. But I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's fine because I mean, I do a lot of research on this stuff anyway. Because the thing is about it though, is that it's Morty, the Excruteak City gym leader, the 4th one, who gives you access to surf. At least with his badge anyway. Meaning you should be able to get to Excruteak City, Mahogany City, sorry, before, what's it called, before the 4th badge, before getting your 4th badge. So that's something you're going to have to kind of worry about in the AEFE run, if you will. You have to be, you have to turn over every stone and whatnot, kind of thing. I mean, maybe there is some sort of roadblock that prevents you from getting into Excruteak, to Mahogany, prematurely, but who knows? I don't know. I don't know in that case, because I've not obviously tried it, if you will. It's something I'll try when we get there. But obviously, oh, you know what, actually, now that I think about it, I can just give items, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Don't want to waste too much. And the Ever is fine, I don't mind wasting those because you get leopard berries anyway, or I don't know what, I can't remember what they call them in this game. But you get basically leopard berries, which are berries that restore your PP, your power points, so that's nice. Oh, looks like I missed an item actually. If the maps match up enough, anyway. Don't have any powers, but it's fine. It's, if anything, it's free experience points, it's free shiny checks. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, actually, I don't think I did. Yeah, it's fine. It's also actually steps when I misclick, if you will, and go up by accident when I'm supposed to go left. Oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, that's going to be quite the adventure when we get to the AEFE runs. Like, honestly. See a hyper potion. So like that, we've now got 2 hyper potions from this dungeon. I didn't have any hyper potions before I entered, so now that's like they both occupy the same spot, if you will. So it's a good thing I didn't hold the hyper potion as an item, if you will. In that case, that's nice. It's good. What else was there? AEFE 1, I'm looking forward to that, definitely. What else was there? Max Ever. I might as well get that. I don't even know how much. I mean, to be fair, the max elixir is really the only good one. Really the only one you should be worried about. To be fair, the only reason why I want to collect this is so I don't have to worry too much about coming in here again, if you will. Even then, I probably will one day, just to make sure that every stone is unturned, if you will. So, you know, that's going to be something. Now, if I continue to the left in that upper section, that would have led me to Tyrogue, But I'm not going to go up there yet because I want to come down here first and, well, obviously turn over every stone, if you will. So I'm going to do that. And now that I think about it, I think this pathway is actually better to get to Tyrogue quicker. I think this pathway is genuinely better than the other pathway, but I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong on that. Especially since, like, that pathway requires waterfall. Actually, now that I think about it. So you might actually be able to get Tyrogue sooner. Well, that's going to be not a pain. It's just interesting getting Tyrogue, you know, this early on, if you will. This early on. I mean, like with Surf. I mean, yeah. So the 4th badge is going to get you Tyrogue, which. That's actually not too bad, actually. I mean, it's a pity that that Tyrogue is a lot behind such a dungeon. You know, like, even if it is just Surf, that's still 4 badges in, and a whole cave, if you will. You're not even sure where it leads to, and it's not even a required cave either. You can just walk past this cave, and it's all good. You know, there's no need to worry about it, if you will. Meaning, like... Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the 5. At least having a max level is like... something. For now. But yeah, what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. Yeah, Tyrogue being locked behind a cave and at least one, you know, half the gym badges. It's like surely it should have been like, you know, let's either make the gym, make the Tyrogue more accessible, right? Make the cave more accessible, or put in a different Pokemon, if you will, put in a counter Pokemon in this case, because obviously the idea here is that oh, you know, like it's Gen 2, we've got so much access to the newer Gen Pokemon, if you will, but not the older Gen Pokemon. So like, especially with Pokemon like with Eevee, like the elemental stones were really tough to get. As far as I remember, I'm pretty sure the only way to get them again is through Bill's grandpa in the coast, if you will, north of Cerulean City. But which obviously locked you behind that, all that adventuring just to get, you know, them. So they made the evolutions tougher to get, basically, because they wanted to use the newer ones. Oh, a PP up, nice. I actually really like those. So they wanted you to have those, or make them more accessible, if you will. Yeah, I'm gonna. This might not be the best look, if you will, or whatever you call it. But I'm gonna get rid of this, and I'm gonna throw it away, and I'm gonna get the PP up because the PP up is really rare, and I don't know how many I have at the moment, but I really much prefer PP ups, and as well with combos and stuff. There's items. You can buy those at the store, in all fairness. Yeah, they go for like, what, 9,800 Pokequid? But you can clone them. You can clone nuggets. And in Gold, Silver, Crystal, in Gold and Silver you can clone easier, right? So that's obviously really easy. In Crystal, you've got the blue card, the Buenos Password stuff, which that's really nice. And the nice thing is, you can either buy a nugget for 5,000 Pokequid, which only costs 3 points, but for 5 points, you can buy any one of the 6 items. HP up, Carbos, Iron, any of that kind of stuff. You can buy any of those items, and you know, it's really nice. And it's cheaper, as far as I'm aware, to get the HP up items instead of the nugget. If you want to get the HP items or whatever item you're going for, it's cheaper to get the HP up than it is to get the nugget, assuming you're not cloning, because it costs you only 5, right? It costs you only 5 points to get it, which you can only get 1 point a day. But the nugget, it will cost you 6 points to get 2 nuggets, which will give you, which will obviously give you 10,000 Pokequid. I mean, you can buy any one of the items and have 200 Pokequid left over. So 1 extra point for 200 Pokequid does not seem worth it to me, in all honesty. So it's one of those things where I think genuinely, like, yeah, the HP up is much better. I mean, maybe I'm wrong somehow, because I was wrong before with that Soot Sack stuff in Pokemon Emerald and Emerald Nuzlocke. But obviously, like, at the same time, like, with this, I've at least given it a little bit of thought. If you, not a little bit, but like, I feel like in this case I'm on the right track, if you will. I feel like this is the correct thought, but if I'm wrong, I'll obviously look into it. I guess I'll look into it and think like, yeah, okay, that's much better. Yeah, that's a better way of looking at it. That's the correct. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And yeah, I need to get rid of something. I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, I do have rare candies. Actually, to be fair, because this is a crystal. I can use these items. I can use the blue card stuff. I get the rare candies and stuff from Thingamajig, but I might as well get the rare candy anyway. So it means less cloning later on, or less blue card using later, or whatever. And you know, that kind of stuff. Eradicate level 30. Oh yeah. What else was there I wanted to talk about? Here we go, it's the guy. Do you still ever, like, get met up again? I don't know if they do or not. I don't know. It's. I mean, I know there's also, like, in Gen 1, there was these two trainers. One was, like, in the Safari Zone, in one of the, like, houses, and one of them was, like, at the Sioux area, looking at the Pokemon, and they both said, like, oh, where's my friend? I told them to meet up here. And they just never met up, and I'm like, why? You know? I mean, I guess it's a little bit of world building or whatever, but I don't know. My pal's gone AWOL. Have you seen a trainer who has a Slowpoke that can use strength? I mean, I didn't see him use strength in all fairness, but I didn't see you use waterfall either, so to be fair, you could be another human Marcus who just so happened to have a Slowpoke and Seadra, but who don't know Surf and Strength, or Waterfall and Strength. You know? It's like that, but it's, I mean, obviously, like, yeah, it's what are the chances? Probably 1 in a billion. I don't know, it's something, man. I don't know, it is Friday, isn't it? Yeah, it is Friday. I'd have thought then, like, wait, it is actually Friday today, isn't it? I don't know why, because we're not at Lapras yet, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll use the Hyper Potion. I know I'm kind of wasting it, because I'm barely using it. That was like only like 5% usage. But like, was it 5% usage? Yeah, it would have been 5%, well 5.5%. Just for a max potion, which isn't really that much better for an item at the moment. I mean, look at my HPs. Only Hydro is worthy of having a max potion versus a hyper potion. Like, they're the only one who can't use a hyper potion to its full degree if they've taken enough damage. Not the three, but I mean, like, again, I'd rather get this all done as soon as I can, if you will. I'd rather get all the items done. If that means well, not if it means wasting the items. I mean, obviously I'm gonna use them appropriately, you know. But I mean, like, again, I can just clone stuff, or I can use the blue card, you know, or I can just buy it because of the payday Persians. You know, I can just do all that kind of stuff. Which I do need to figure out how I'm gonna do that in gold, because remember, Meowth doesn't spawn in gold, so as far as I'm aware, unless it's like a person who has a Meowth or a Persian, you're gonna have to rely on either the league or rematches with people in order to get more money on Pokemon Gold. But if there is a Meowth or Persian that uses payday, you can then get a Smeargle who can then sketch that payday, allowing you to use, you know, payday yourself, and then go on from there. Which that's really nice if you can, but obviously you need a Meowth or a Persian then in that case, and it's like you need obviously not a wild encounter, but you need someone who actually knows the move, if you will, someone like a trainer or something. And I don't know, I don't really know about that, to be honest. I've never really thought about it, because it wasn't until recently that I realised that they're not even available in gold. For some reason. Yeah, it's just bonkers to me, man. Defense curl, alright, nice. Oh yeah, I was thinking about that for Donphan and whatnot. For the rollout users, because defense curl, if I remember correctly, it does boost your rollout. But what else? Yeah, I need to figure out a way to get money then, like easy money in gold. Because at least in Silver and Crystal you have Meowth, and in Crystal you have the blue card. So if anything, it should be gold and silver that have the Meowth and not the Crystal. But it's not. You know, I mean, it's funny because it's gold. It's literally called Pokemon Gold, and yet it's the one with the least amount of money in the game, if you will. The least, or the most convoluted money, if you will. So it's like, why? I mean, if you can trade, then obviously you just trade over a Meowth and you're done, you're good. But if you can't trade, if you're on your own, then you're kind of screwed. You kind of need to figure it out. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I know that some trainers will rematch you automatically if you call them at certain times. I don't know, that just doesn't feel natural though, if you will. I know that sounds weird, but it just doesn't seem right. I don't know. Maybe I'm just... I mean... I don't know. Another escape route, really? Wow. They expect you to get that lost in this dungeon. I mean, like I said, I want to get rid of this, to be honest. I really just want to get rid of all these items. I know it's kind of wasteful to get rid of, to throw them away and I can come back in later, but I'd rather just get it out of the way, to be honest. Like I said, I've got access to Dig anyway, so I can just use that. And I got access to cloning as well, so any lost items I can technically make back. And I got Payday, so it's all good. I think it's it's one of those things. It's like I'm not gonna say like I'm not gonna sit here and be ungrateful about it, obviously, because it's like it's good. Obviously, people are gonna find use in it. If you will, people will find use in the most obscure things, you know. Like, but at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, to me, in this case, at this moment in time, yeah, it doesn't really mean all that much, unfortunately. Which isn't a dig against the game or anything of the sort. It's just not in my situation, if you will. Yeah. But one day it probably will be useful to me, or it might be useful to me, or it might mean a little extra money, if you will, or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. Which I'll never complain about if I need it, but... Oh, Dragon Scale, I need that, so... Well, I want that, even, I should say. In fact, now I think about it, the Dragon Scale... isn't there like the Dragon Fang as well, right? And then I heard... that between these two items, one of these is supposed to be the booster item, that, you know, like the Silk Scarf, the Charcoal, the Mystic Water. One of them is supposed to be that for Dragon type moves, whereas the other one is supposed to be like a trade item, you know, to evolve your Seadra. But apparently, from what I remember reading, and I don't know how true this is, so do take it with a grain of salt. Apparently, they accidentally associated both of those things, the boost and the trade, to one item, and the other item doesn't get anything. And I think that was like a by accident kind of thing, if you will, as opposed to an on purpose thing. They didn't mean to do it like that, if you will. They just did by accident, if you will. So that's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, sorry, I'm just getting the map, obviously. That's why I sometimes like pause for a moment. But yeah, that's kind of an unfortunate thing, because it means that like you either get a boost or you lose out on your Kingdra. Because I'm pretty sure that, well, it's the only one that's I think that's the only one that you get, if you will. I think there's only one stationary Dragon Scale and Dragon Fang. I don't know if you can earn more of it though, because I know you can earn more King's Rocks by finding like a Poliwhirl in the wild and either catching them or using Thief on them. There's no covet in this game. And then I've just realised I've kind of been training up Hydra a little bit too much actually. But at the same time it's like, but yeah, I think you only get one each of these dragon items, and you have to earn the other ones yourself, kind of thing. Like you can't, like you have to find more, and you have to get lucky, if you will. You know, that kind of thing. And yeah, I decided I'm going to use the max ever. Probably going to be a waste, but again, max elixir, that's just much better in the end anyway. That's fine. I'm not too bothered about not having a max ever at the end of the day. In fact, if anything, I want to make sure that I do have a max for 5, because those are really useful. You can't buy those in the store for some reason either, by the way. Like, why not have it at the league or something? You know, like, why not have it at the very end, if you will? That's another thing I've always kind of like been weird about, is, if you will, it's like, why not allow for selling max elixirs or evers or max for 5s, if you will, that kind of thing. It's like, it's a bit weird, if you will. You know, it's a bit sad, because like you only get them in limited quantities, and then at the same time though, I feel like you kind of have to be bad to use them, but I don't know. I mean, I guess they are really useful when they are, but it's like, I don't know. I mean, well, not bad. That's a bit of a exaggeration, I guess, but I just mean like you either have to use them, you know, in or you can't even get here anyway from the surf point. Oh, okay, so yeah, you do need waterfall, I think. Yeah, I think you do need waterfall, because you couldn't get past this boulder then. Wow. I mean, obviously I'll figure that out when we get there, but that's sorry for another day, if you will. But yeah, what was I saying? I don't even know what I was saying, actually, to be honest. Oh yeah, it kind of sucks that there's max revives on in the store and whatnot. And then on top of that, yeah, it's a Karate King, by the way. You battle with me. Hwah. Yeah, obviously it can be situational though, obviously, it's just, I'm just thinking like, I don't know. I really don't know, man. Is he lower level? Pretty sure he's level 37 in gold and silver. I don't know, it's been over a day now since I've recorded that. Yeah, I kind of wish I recorded it in the morning yesterday, but like when I say in the morning, I mean like during the hours in which silver counted that as morning, because obviously then it would have been a nice little progression, if you will. Even though I'm in caves all the time, it would have been nice. But oh well. I mean, I'm not outside constantly, so if anything, it's whatever, innit? You know, it's just would have been a quality of life kind of thing. If anything, that's just a convenience if you can do it, but or a nice little thing if you can do it, but no worries if not, if you will. And yep, that's 3 Tyrogues already. Oh yeah. Having survived the time before into a tougher Pokemon, keep up the hard work, I'll keep training too. Farewell. No kidding. Alright, Tyrogue. Tackle, like normal. Wow. Not only have they got the same physical attack and physical defense, but they've got the same special attack and special defense as well. Wow, that's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I was thinking as well, it'd be nice if like, if there's like a psychic type version as well of Tyrogue, that'd be kind of cool. You know, and they based on special attack and special defense instead. Yeah, but that's neither here nor there, I guess. Yeah, it is what it is at the end of the day, I guess. Now at this point, I know I've got some stuff left over in the gym, in the dungeon to find, but I'm gonna actually dig my way out at this point because I figured it's at that point now where it's like I've got to go to Lapras because we're almost at 40 minutes in the whole recording, and there's been really no cuts, so I kind of have to get on with this, unfortunately. But obviously that leads me up to being able to tackle that in the future if I wanted to, so maybe I will tackle it in the Aftermath series, I'm not sure. Obviously any lost items is lost anyway, but you know, it is what it is, unfortunately, at the end of the day, so it's fine, unfortunately, or, you know, it is what it is. Alright, Union Cave. You know what, as well, now that I think about it, given what's coming up, if you will, given what I'm planning on recording, if you will, you know, like how I'm going to do the next few episodes, I think I'll actually save the Laprases for next time, if you will. You know, create a little suspense, if you will, see how good they are, because remember, I've not even caught the Lapras in Gold and Silver yet. I'm going to catch them off screen, if you will. So, you know, that's gonna be something. Yeah, it's, I don't know what it is. What was I saying? It's, I mean, I'll tackle them next time, basically, is what I'm saying. Yeah, tackle them next time, that's probably best, I think. Yeah, tackle tackle the Laprases next time, if you will. Like, I'll show them off next time, I mean. because like, I mean, obviously this episode's going to go on for a little bit too long. Actually, to be fair, not too long, but you know what I mean. You know, it's already going a bit up there, if you will. And then, guess what? I didn't even catch Lapras this time around. Yeah, so it's fine. Yeah, they don't talk to me if I'm surfing. Oh yeah, Pokémon research, man. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've kind of run out of things to say as well, to be honest. Like, I've not really got all that much left, I don't think. Yeah, I'm kind of Mortared out, if you will. Like, I guess if anything, like the maps I'm making, you know, the guides and such. I don't know. I might have to look into making even more, to be honest. But that's that'll obviously be a story for another day. Yeah, that's I guess if anything, I could also like, I don't know. I don't know. I was gonna say something about like how I could share them or something, but I'm not exactly sure how, or whatever, or if anything. If anything, I guess. I mean, I link to them. If anything, I link to them. So, if anything, there's at least that. I can at least link to where these good places are. So, you know, if you wanted to like, you know, make your own map kind of thing, then there you go, if you will. You know, MS Paint is not that hard to use, I don't think. Especially nowadays, now that they've added more tools and such to it. It's like layers and whatnot. It's really nice, I think. And yeah, by the way, that elixir that we missed, I'm actually gonna save that for later. Like, I'm gonna come back here later on and collect those items. It's not a hard key to traverse at this point, to be fair. So I can just go ahead, deposit those items that I got, come back and get more. It's all good. Yeah, it's not gonna harm me, if you will. It's gonna be all good in that case. It's just all these battles that are tedious, if you will. They're not tedious, if anything. If anything, it's just a nice little, another little battle, if you will. You get to see what Pokemon spawn here and whatnot as well as that. You know, maybe they'll remind you of something at some point, if you will. Especially for the AEFE runs, you know. That's something. That's something to look into, if you will. Like, I mean, like, because I mean, obviously, I'm gonna have to think about the AEFE runs anyway. Like, there's also the case of like, what if I don't know. They just might remind you of something if, in the case of like, I don't know. Like, you might think like, oh, Quagsire, that reminds me of this thing I need to do, if you will. Something like that, as weird as it sounds, you know, it does happen, but it's just weird, if you will. Really? Flareon? Not Vaporeon? I get. Wait. They lower leveled? Because the Eevee was level 26. I don't know, maybe she's trying to get Itzgo and Umbreon, but then she's only got one Eevee left, so. I don't know, maybe she's just a Kanto trainer or something. I mean, the Eevees are cool though. I probably should have flamethrower, my bad. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know what else I can really talk about, to be honest, at this point. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of trying to speedrun a little bit. Not speedrun, but speed through it, if you will, a little bit, because at this point, it's like, I'm kind of going into overtime, and I don't want to do too much overtime. I mean, I like it. I like going into overtime, but you know, it's. You know, it's fine. You know, it's fine at the end of the day. That's weird. Okay. I mean, it's not weird because it's obviously crystal. It's obviously a little different, but it just looks it just looks weird, if you will. But I mean, they've made this guy like be able to see downwards, if you will, like that, and come all the way down. But they've provided you with 2 stairs instead of just 1. So it's they've just rearranged it about a little bit, if you will. And that's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know what else, man. I don't know how else I'm gonna really tackle stuff, to be honest. Like, I don't know about. I don't know. I don't even know what I don't know about. You know. Yeah, it's just. I don't know. I've got to come up with something, man. But hopefully I'll come up with something next time. Anyway, I should say. Because I mean, there's plenty to talk about. To be fair, I just can't think of anything that is relevant at the moment, if you will. That's the kind of thing that I'm missing, if you will. Like, usually the stuff I do have to talk about, it's just hyper potion. Usually the stuff I have to talk about is like, it's tied to a certain point, if you will, as opposed to like just a generic thing I can say, if you will. Without going into spoilers for stuff, of course, as well. I don't want to like just start rambling about such and such a game and then find out like oh, that's too much of a spoiler for people, you know. Which, I mean, to be fair, I do put up a spoiler warning at the beginning of my videos to avoid, you know, to help people avoid providing spoilers for them. I don't want to do that because, like I said before, I don't want to ruin games for people. I don't want to take that adventure away from people. That's just nasty, if you will, but it is what it is, I guess. It's something, you know. It's just, I don't know, man. So like, coming up is obviously the Lapras. Yeah, there's not really an awful lot to say. Like, at this point, I don't know. It's like I'm kind of overpowered, to be honest, as well. I don't know. It's like there's a lot. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, there they are. No, they're not, because I've just encountered something. But there they are. There's Lapras, because it's Friday. So yeah, I guess in this case, now I'm pretty overpowered, and I have no one to actually take on the Lapras with, if you will. So worst case scenario, I'm gonna have to use either. Hopefully, I can get lucky with quick attacks, or hopefully I can get lucky with the Pokeballs. So I'm going to save my game real quick, and then I'm going to try and catch Lapras. So give me a second. Alright. First Lapras of the save files. Now actually, now that I think about it, something that I can mention is that before I tried this out on the Virtual Console version, and I'm pretty sure. Dang it, okay, this doesn't work. Okay, give me a second, guys. Alright, I'm pretty sure that Lapras does respawn every Friday. So, as far as I'm aware, you can probably catch, defeat, whatever. You can do whatever at this battle, and by doing so, you will still get another one next week, next Friday, if you come down here and try and catch them and whatever. So, it should be fair game. Now what I'm going to do is I'm obviously gonna do what I can now. If I have to, I'll do it off screen as well. I just want to show them off to say that they're here, and bearing in mind, if anything, what I'm gonna do. Oh, excuse me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show this off in the AEFE run. So if anything, you've at least got that. You'll at least have that to look forward to if you want to get the Lapras in that. So there is that as well. You know, but that's obviously not for a while. So it's kind of a pick your poison, if you will. But obviously at the same time, it's better than nothing, you know. There's that as well. And yeah, it really depends on how long this takes, because obviously we're already at 52 minutes in the recording now. That's without any edits at all. So I might have to stop this real soon, but otherwise, because like I said, I can't use Quick Attack, can't really use anything, because anything's a bit too powerful. Even Surf is a bit too powerful, even though it would be ineffective, if you will, or not very effective, I should say. Because I mean, that's Stab, Mystic Water, and it's twice the power. Like, yeah, it's pretty much twice the power of Quick Attack. Hey, we caught them anyway, nice. Alright, nice. Nice one. Lapras, the transport Pokemon. This gentle Pokemon loves to give people rides and provides a very comfortable way to get around. Okay then. No, we're not going to give Lapras a name here, but I'm probably going to nickname them in the future. For the 8th... Oh no, I'm definitely going to give them a name for the 8th Math series, so... There you go. Now I'm a shiny Lapras. I'm the red Lapras that evolved from Lapras Carp from thanks to radio signals. Alright, well that's it from me today. From this very long part, from this very long episode. I guess if anything I kind of made up for it, because obviously this episode as a whole is probably shorter than most of my travel parters, but not averagely though, not on average. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a very minky day.